How to sound like an expert over the phone instantly as a beginner in wholesaling real estate. What's up, guys? Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, I'm going to show you the SMAC formula, the SMAC method to sounding like an expert when it comes to being a beginner in wholesaling real estate. I'm going to show you the best the best acronym that I know when it comes to just knowing what to do, knowing what to say, the exact ways to sound like an expert and actually be an instant expert when talking to a seller over the phone. The truth is, a lot of beginners actually struggle talking to sellers because they don't have the confidence. They don't know exactly the right things to say, the right ways to act starting out. And obviously, most people can't afford 10 grand to learn from a guru. So I'm going to show you what the gurus teach you. And actually, I'm going to teach you what the gurus don't teach you too, the stuff that I do to run a 7-figure wholesaling operation. Because as somebody who runs a 7-figure wholesaling operation, when it comes to training someone from the Philippines at $3, $4, $5 an hour that literally has no concept of American culture to a point, that doesn't understand, more or less, they're coming from a different type of country and they might have an accent, and teaching them exactly how to sound like an expert over the phone, it all comes down to the SMAC formula. And it's an acronym that you should be writing down if you're a beginner in wholesaling and how to actually talk to someone over the phone. If you ever notice me doing my live cold calling sessions, you can tell I'm actually using the SMAC formula when it comes to talking with sellers. So I'm excited to break it down. So guys, if you're getting any value from this video, if you think you would pay thousands of dollars and you'd want that $1,000 of information absolutely for free right now in this video, do me a favor and smash the like button and subscribe, and let's break it down. So let's kind of just break down the SMAC formula so you can write it down. So SMACK. So let's talk about number one on the SMAC formula. This is scripts. This is the first thing that I put on there and probably one of the most important ones. Guys, scripts is probably going to be the thing that is the difference between you sounding like an expert and you not sounding like an expert. The way that you talk in the script it isn't everything. A lot of people think that the script is going to be the make or break it for you, but it's very important to have a good script, because if you don't have a good script, you're not gonna ask the right questions, and that's gonna give you a problem. Because if you're winging it 100% of the time, you're not gonna do well. You gotta wing it on some things, but I'm gonna break it down a little more today. But at the end of the day, it comes to your scripts. So when it comes to sounding like an expert over the phone, there's a couple of things you have to keep in mind when it comes to being a quote unquote expert starting out. Number one, if you're cold calling, you're gonna have to ask the right questions. Now, an expert over the phone doesn't sound like a salesman, saleswoman, or used car salesman, more or less. The best car salespeople, the best people in real estate, all these people, they speak with authority in their voice. They speak with the script, more or less. And they honestly most of the script is asking questions to a point. And if you can understand that part of the script, again, I teach everything on the scripts at freewholesaling.com. It's going to help you a lot. So let's sort of break this down right now. So what's like the script I use for cold calling? I keep it really simple. Number one, hey, are you the owner of the property? And hey, are you looking to sell the house? Now, this is number one. So if you have an accent, or you might have a tiny accent or a thick accent, my cold callers from the Philippines, or sometimes they're from Central America, they were born speaking Spanish, and their English isn't like perfect, right? And they have an accent that might stop somebody over the phone from saying yes or doing blah 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 or being a good deal, right? Most people don't care, but if that's something that's like a limiting factor in your head, if you keep the script really simple and short, people aren't really going to notice your accent. They're going to notice what you're saying, and that's going to help you out a lot. So my cold calling script is like, hey, are you the owner of this house? People, first of all, they don't care if you have an accent. To a point, some people are like, oh, it's an accent. Is this a scam call or something? Now, the number one thing that stops them is asking the right script question here. So if I ask, hey, are you the owner of this house? Are you the owner of 123 Main Street? Like, wait, that's my house. Yeah, I'm the owner of the house. No, they're not thinking on an accent. They're not thinking this guy, did he sound confident when he asked me that? No, they're thinking about like, wait, what does this guy want with my property? And that's the point on here. It doesn't matter the external factors. If you have a squeaky voice, a young voice, a very deep voice, it doesn't matter. It's just the way you kind of ask the question there. And then, hey, are you interested in selling the property? And then it's kind of going from there, doing the scripts, doing the 4 questions, all the stuff that, again, quick plug at freewholesaling.com. We teach you exactly how to say the things right after somebody wants to sell the property. So number one, scripts, very, very important to sounding like an expert over the phone, is just knowing the right questions to ask and the right tonality to say it. So number two here, this is more of just having a conversation with a seller. Maybe you're trying to close a seller, you're meeting them in person, you're closing them on virtual wholesaling, right? Mirroring is number 2. So SMACK, S is scripts, M is mirroring. Mirroring is pretty simple. You're kind of copying the person. You're being a chameleon, but not in a way that's very obvious to a point. What do I mean by this? Now, if somebody has, I don't know, if they're speaking really fast and they're speaking at a rate that you can't do it, and it's obvious that you went from like calmly talking to going, hey, what's up? It's going to sound fake. Now, what I mean by mirroring to a point, if somebody's talking very slow, when you're speaking to them, you might want to talk a little slower than you usually do. Not copying them 100%, but you got to mirror to a point. So, one thing I sort of do when I do mirroring is I was born and raised in Florida. So kind of like South Florida, basically. So it's not like the quote unquote South as everyone knows it. I don't have a Southern accent, none of this stuff, but if I'm talking to someone and it's virtually wholesaling, like I used to virtual wholesale a lot in Knoxville, and a lot of people had Southern accents. So one thing I would do is I'll throw in some y'alls in there because it's kind of mirroring the way they're saying, because they say the word y'all a lot, and I say like you guys, you all. Sometimes I'll just throw in a y'all in there because it's something that they do, and it's kind of mirroring them, and it kind of brings a little connection. These are very, very tiny things to have somebody build up trust and see if you're someone that they should go with. And it works really, really well. It's definitely something that I have found. If someone's speaking a little slower, I'll speak a little slower. If they speak a little faster, they'll speak a little faster. If somebody wants to get to the point when they're talking to you, I mean, in Florida, there's a lot of New Yorkers from here. A lot of people here from New York. A lot of them want to get to the point. Hey, what do you want? What do you want? Why do you want to buy the property? Blah, 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 blah. And you just got to get to the point because that's what they want. Mirroring is very, very important. Understanding. A lot of mirroring is basically just listening and actively listening to what they're saying and trying to bring that back to you and see how to deal with that situation. Let's go back to number 3 here, which is A, authority. So scripts, mirroring, and now number 3 is authority. Speaking with an authority in your voice is going to be very, very important. This is very different than confidence to a point. Authority just basically, you're the person here, you buy houses, this is what you do. You have the authority that you're the person that makes decisions on buying or selling real estate. You are the person to be speaking with. You are the boss, quote unquote, and this is the person that you need to be speaking to. If you speak with authority in your voice, there's confidence with authority too, but authority makes it seem like you are the person ready to make a decision, ready to go. I'm confident when I'm speaking to you. Authority is very, very important. This is kind of the same more or less with C, confidence. So confidence is important. Authority and confidence are kind of different. So that's why I put them back on here. But confidence and authority, I can mirror them together. But confidence is C here. Confidence is very important because without that confidence, your script's going to sound bad. If you're not confident, you're not going to have any authority as a person that buys property, right? And you're not going to mirror too well. The one other thing I can add on authority too is if you don't feel like you have the authority to buy properties, you're not going to have the confidence for it. So one way to add confidence. So I always get asked, Zach, how do I build confidence in my real estate wholesaling business? How do I become more confident? The number one thing I figured out on how to build confidence is just having a belief in yourself, the belief in your actions, and the belief in your words. That is my quote unquote definition of confidence, more or less. And the best way to have confidence, number one, is just by doing it, right? That's the easiest way to have confidence. And so there's levels to confidence more or less. So there's number one, somebody that buys a lot of real estate and flips a lot of houses, gets a lot of properties under contract. There's number two, someone that has maybe done a couple deals or have done a deal before. Number three, someone who has the education level, they know how the process works. And then the last one's someone who's brand new in this business. That's the level of confidence I see a lot of people at. Obviously, if you've never done a real estate wholesaling deal, might not have the confidence I have as somebody that has all this money in my bank account stuff. I'm not trying to brag, but I'm trying to show you that if you have a cash buyer, basically a partner in the transaction that has the money to buy the property, when you're talking to somebody, if you tweak the way your conversation goes, it can give you more confidence. So what I mean by this, if I talk to you and someone says, hey, are you going to buy the property? And I just say, yeah, and I'm lying because I know I'm not going to buy the property, you're not going to sound confident. That conversation is going to be terrible, and you're not going to sound like an expert. Ask me the same question. Hey, Zach, are you going to buy the property? Well, me and my partner, we are looking to buy the property. What are you going to do with the property, Zach? Well, me and my partner got to look at it. Sometimes we rent the property out. Sometimes we flip it. We really got to see the house and really got to see what happens. I'm at the property right now. I know we want to buy it. I'm probably going to have to see more or less what he wants to do. But basically what we can do today is get an agreement set right now on a price that works for us. And then what we can do is get the title ran, and then he might come by in like a week or two with me, and we can kind of make that decision. It's going to be a rent or we're going to flip it or anything like that. But it's not going to affect me buying the property from you today and agreeing on a price. This is something very, very important because that question that got asked was, are you going to buy the property? Now, if I'm a beginner wholesaler, I'm like 16, 17, 18 years old, and maybe I don't have the cash, I'm probably not going to be able to close that deal, right? Myself. And I might not have that confidence. But guess what? If I say that me and my partner are going to buy the property, it's going to help you out so much more with your confidence. And most cash buyers out here, like some other wholesalers, they have hard money loans. So it's technically their partner giving the money too. So it's the same thing as this. It actually gives you instant credibility to a point. And if you haven't flipped any houses, but your cash buyer did, it's going to help you so much more. This brings me back to the last one, K. So S scripts, M mirroring, A authority, C confidence, and K, keep it simple. Guys, you need to keep your conversation simple with your sellers. This is the biggest problem I have with people that sound like experts and people that don't. When I have a conversation with a seller after doing thousands of real estate wholesaling deals, I keep it simple, even to this day. And that has always helped me close the most deals possible. When you do not keep it simple, when you make things super complicated, when you act like you're a hedge fund and you got to talk to your finance manager about buying a piece of real estate, that is when you fail. I always talk to a seller like I'm buying a car, and you should do the same thing. What do you do when you buy a car? Do you look up how to buy a car and all this? No, you go meet with somebody, say, hey, I'm looking to buy your car. Can I test drive it? Which is going in the appointment, looking at it, agreeing to buy it on a price, and then boom. Like, that's the way you should be having this conversation when it comes to buying a piece of real estate, when it comes to getting a wholesale deal under contract, just as buying a car. The reason I'm saying that is because you keep it simple. You don't stress over the right scripts and the right everything. Like, you just go, hey, I'm looking to buy the house. That's it. Me and my partner looking to buy the house. What are you going to do with it? This, and that. Like, you keep it very simple, and people can connect with that a lot more. Not everyone's a real estate expert. So if you speak over them, they're not going to feel confidence with you. It's not going to do well, and you're not going to build that rapport that helps you get these deals done. The experts over the phone, they all keep it simple. They all keep it to the point. They all have confidence. If you watch Jordan Belfort, Wolf of Wall Street guys watch like Grant Cardone, you watch the top salespeople in the entire world, they all keep it super simple. You think a crazy good car salesman or a yacht dealer is telling you about the specifics of the engine and the turbo? No, they're speaking about how cool the car is and all this other stuff, and if this is the right fit for you to sell the property. Guys, at the end of the day, the best thing you do is just keep it simple and go after it. So use the SMAC formula, use the SMAC method in your real estate wholesaling business, guys. It will help you so much. So remember, guys, it is SMACK. S is scripts, M is mirroring, A is authority, C is confidence, and K is just keeping it simple. Guys, if you keep this business simple, you will be successful. The people that complicate it are always the ones that fail at it, so you need to keep it super simple. So remember, guys, scripts. Know what the right scripts is. Talk to your seller. There's scripts on SMS text blasting, on cold calling, on direct mail, inbound marketing, drawing for dollars, reverse drawing for dollars, guys. It is all at freewholesaling.com. I recommend everyone goes to freewholesaling.com and gets my free scripts out here. And again, if you have a question, I do go live here 4 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, 3 Mountain, 2 Pacific, I think. And we go live, and you can ask your questions there. If you want to talk to me one-on-one absolutely for free, just go to the Wholesaling Houses for Real Facebook group. I put a link Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays on the top where you can actually talk to me one-on-one on a live stream, and we can actually talk to each other, and I'll literally answer your question for free. People think I'm crazy when I say that, but it's absolutely true. Like, you're watching this right now. If you join the group, you click the link, you can talk to me one-on-one for free. Video chat, one-on-one coaching call, free. I don't want to charge you anything for this. I just want to help you guys learn wholesaling real estate. Mirror seller's authority. Speak with the authority that you're the person buying the property. See confidence. Have a belief in yourself that you can buy the property because you and your cash buyer can. Last, keep it simple. Keep it simple, guys. You're buying a piece of real estate, and that's it. Guys, if you got any value from this video, smash that like button and subscribe. Go to freewholesaling.com, and we'll see you soon. Have a blessed one.